Funding for Detroit Performs is provided by the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs, MGM Grand Detroit, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Detroit Performs presents Sphinx Stars Detroit. I'm your host, DJ Oliver, and over the next 4 weeks, we'll be bringing you some of Detroit's most talented young musicians competing for the title of Sphinx Stars Detroit Grand Prize winner. These finalists have competed in preliminary events to make it this far and are eager to entertain you on their way to winning $10,000. Now, let's go to the president and founder of the Sphinx organization, Aaron Dorkin, to get us started.
Welcome to the second annual Sphinx Stars Detroit. Here at the Sphinx organization, we believe that our mission to transform lives through the power of diversity in the arts has no better example than this unique competition that showcases Detroit's finest young musical talent. We are here to celebrate the accomplishments of these fantastic young artists and hope to inspire you, our audiences, to support the arts in our community. From among the 9 incredible finalists competing, the judges will have the very difficult task of selecting one star to win the $10,000 grand prize. And now, let's meet our 5 judges. First, Detroit's own Broadway impresario with more than 20 years of experience, the president of Detroit's Music Hall Center for the Performing Arts, Vince Paul. An internationally renowned mezzo-soprano, one of this year's Sphinx Medals of Excellence recipients, Carla Durlikov. One of the most innovative artists and educators of his generation, having collaborated with Philip Glass, Savion Glover, and even performed with Lady Gaga on American Idol, please welcome violinist, composer, and performer Daniel Bernard Roumain. Nationally recognized entertainment attorney who has represented artists from Jack White to George Clinton and Eminem, Howard Hertz. And last but not least, Detroit's own renowned singer, songwriter, MC, and 2010 Kresge Fellow, combining hip-hop, jazz, rock, and soul, please welcome Monica Blair. And now, let's meet our host, Jen White.
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us for this exciting presentation. I am passionate about the arts, but nothing makes me more excited than seeing young people with such a deep commitment to their craft. I've come away from this process feeling inspired and, to be honest, a little like an underachiever, but that's not to take anything away from their performances. I am sure that you're going to come away from these performances feeling just as inspired as I am. If our judges are ready, and our audience is ready, and we know you're ready at home, let's get started. You've just met our 5 outstanding judges. They will have the difficult task of listening to 9 of the most talented young artists in Detroit. They'll narrow that selection down to 3 finalists to decide the winner of the $10,000 grand prize. So first up, we have Candace Sosa, an 18-year-old singer-songwriter from Troy, Michigan.
I first started playing guitar when I was about 11, and my musical taste was in the Jonas Brothers, and I got to meet them in 2006. And after that concert, I was like, this is what I want to do. So I started going in my room and writing little songs. I've been doing this for a while, but I think what I have to offer is a lot more than some of the people that are actually out there right now. Personal experiences, I mean, that's mostly what can really inspire music as it is. Also, things that I guess go on around me. I mean, I hope they feel that what I felt. I mean, feeling the intense emotions that I have had to deal with at such a young age, unfortunately. But, I mean, I want it to reach further than just, you know, a song. I want it to be a feeling.
I'm trying to do my best just to please you, but here I stand alone, so much for two. I've done all that I could do. Heard I'm giving up, you heard right, it's true. I think I best move on and find a new. I'm not worth your time, and you're not worth mine. This is a two-way street. So what I give you, give me. You're blind to it, you don't see clearly. So what am I supposed to expect from you? How am I supposed to think nothing less of you? 'Cause I've done all I can, won't go through this again, even if it means no win. 'Cause baby, it's not me, it's you. Cares enough to bother me. I don't want you around, just let me be lonely. I might as well just treat myself tonight, 'cause I've got no one else. Yeah, I've got no one else. So what am I supposed to expect from you? How am I supposed to think nothing less of you? 'Cause I've done all I can, won't go through this again, even if it means no win. 'Cause baby, it's not me, it's you. It's you. 'Cause I've done all I can, won't go through this again, even if it means no win. 'Cause baby, it's not me, it's you.
Thank you.
Great job, great job. Monica, we're going to come to you first. What did you think about that performance?
Candace, that was awesome.
Thank
That was
you.
amazing. I think you have a really great pop sensibility, so you have an understanding of kind of how those things come together. I like your phrasing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
DBR, I want to come to you next. What did you think?
Oh, really good, really good. You know, what I love that what you're doing is you're actually kind of thinking like a composer. You're not just strumming. And I think, you know, even singing, we sometimes fall into cliches. You don't necessarily have to do that acrobatic Beyonce thing. Maybe not, you know what I mean? Just be direct.
Okay.
But I love it. I feel you.
Thank you.
Carla, what did you think?
Well, I really liked it when you went up into your upper range. That was one of the things I wanted to congratulate you on. Just, to me, the clarity of your sound up there was beautiful, and I would encourage you to explore that head voice sound a little bit more, because it's just very crystal-like and sincere.
I think we can take one more comment. Vince, your thoughts?
You have more where that came from.
Of course.
Oh, that's what I want to hear.
If you guys picked me, you know, you're going to see the best.
That's also what I want to hear. Great stage presence. I was riveted from the get-go.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Candace Sosa. Next up, Lizzie Xiong, a 16-year-old piano player from Rochester Hills.
When I was 4, my parents had just moved to a new house, and they had like this new upright piano, so decided to start me with lessons, and I guess that's how it all started. My teacher has me learn like the histories behind some of the music, so I can sometimes like feel what the composer was trying to say during that time, or what was going on when they were living and writing that piece. I'm usually kind of a quiet person in class. I don't speak that much at all, but when I'm playing piano, I feel pretty comfortable because it's something that I know how to do, something that I'm comfortable with. I hope to be able to just play in the future in general. It might not be professionally, I'm not sure yet, but I hope to be able to just continue and play or like what I like to play, choose songs that I would love to hear myself play.
Great job, Lizzie. Come and join us. So, Daniel, I want to come to you first. What did you think about that performance?
Oh, beautiful playing. Beautiful playing. I can tell you like this piece.
Why?
Absolutely. And just a couple small little technical things. I don't think you need the music holder up there because it's going to affect the way you hear the music. And there's something great for the audience when we know you're doing this from memory. We know that it's in your body, it's in your hands, and little things like that. But keep going, great job.
Thank you so much.
Vince, I was watching from backstage, and through the performance, you were nodding and swaying. What did you think?
I love the ballet of your hands. Okay, it's a great performance in that way.
Thank you.
So you've got all that going for you. These all go into ultimately the presentation before a live audience. Am I buying a ticket to your show? Yes, I am.
Howard, I'm going to give you the last word.
Well, I just thought it was a wonderful performance. And I loved the flow from the slow and easy into the harder, faster driving music. It just was seamless, the way you went from one to the other and then back again. It was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Lizzie, great performance. Thank you so much. Let's give her another round of applause. Our next performer is 18-year-old Aaron Simpson, a lyricist and producer from Redford.
I guess we need to fix it, but that makes no difference.
My dad inspired me with the whole music thing because he was a DJ back in his day. So I was always around music when I grew up. And it was just a hobby, really, that I did with friends. And then kind of branched off. I started taking it seriously. I'm only 18, so most of the people in my category, growing up from where I grew up in Detroit, so they just rap just nonsense to me, really. They don't speak about much, so I feel as though I speak about more deeper content. I actually say something when I rap. It's not all just about what you can play at the next party or whatnot. So I feel that separates me from most people in my category. If I'm sad about something, then I'll write something sad. It doesn't have to be about that subject, but something sad. If I'm excited, I'll write an upbeat type of song. And, it just depends on how I feel. I just hope that they see that I'm actually talking about something and I can do the things that everyone else is doing, but I also have my own style that I actually created.
Everything's a mess. You can look alive, but you are not at rest. And ideas are flowing through your head 1,000,000 miles an hour while you're lying in your bed. A lucid life you never thought you'd live. How you working every day? How you working just to bleed? I know. Do you live to work or do you work to live? A lucid life I live and it's full of sin. I am just a kid with a mind that ties all this to logic, so I'll never be blinded. See, this music has gone corrupted and I've had my share. I would say anything that people wanted to hear, but it isn't me. So I'ma be the wise intellectual that's barely 17. I guess being a rapper doesn't fit me. Excuse me if I can't truly ball from my bankrupted city. My bones you can shake, never take my fate. Even with your insult to injury, I still won't break. I'm in my place, suited and booted for a war. Grab my sword, sharpened by lyrics of horrorcore. The naive I'm chopping off. I keep it real, I won't conceal. I'm speaking for my father, I'm not in this for the thrill. Everything's a mess, you can look around, but you are not at rest. And ideas are flowing through your head 1,000,000 miles an hour while you're lying in your bed. A lucid life that you never thought you'd lead. Are you working every day? Are you working just to bleed? I know. I live the life I love, cause I love the life I live. Motivation got me here, so my home I won't forget. Got myself in check, and my head is well balanced. Discipline keeps me together, so I'm up for every challenge. Lying on track, sex, money, and Cadillacs. All I wanted was a better route to never look back. But honestly, I felt as though I wasn't living. Motivationally driven, accept life as it was given. But life is like a movie, and it's getting kinda old. I keep trying to change the channel, but the same mess is on. I am misunderstood by everything and everyone. I ain't living large, I worked hard to get it done. But yeah, it's always the same thing. The world against me, just a dollar in a dream. I said, yeah, it's always the same thing. The world against me, just a dollar in a dream. No. Everything's a mess, you can look alive, but you are not arrested. Ideas are flowing through your head 1,000,000 miles an hour while you're lying in your bed. A lucid life, you never thought you'd leave. Are you working every day? Are you working just to bleed? I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
Great job, Aaron. Monica, I have to come to you first. What did you think?
I thought that your piece was very thoughtful. And I think that when you talked about a lot of times there's nonsense when it comes to hip hop, and that I connected with the fact that what you had to say was poignant and right on time and true across genres. I wanted to see your eyes a little bit more, you know, those windows to the soul. So we want to be able to connect to you in that way. I would want to see you kind of maybe in the track a little bit more in terms of your voice or in terms of ad-libs overlapping, kind of to give us some more of the emotionality that really is necessary to kind of come across for hip hop or rapping. So, but I liked it. I thought it was amazing.
Thank you.
Yep.
Carla, your thoughts?
Aaron, I just want to say congratulations. I loved your performance. I think you are a very unique artist, and the message that you conveyed really spoke to me personally. I got emotional hearing you. I guess the big piece that I would like to leave with you is just to have confidence in what you're doing. I'd love to see more of an exploration of that through your eyes, maybe just feeling you a little more personally, but just good luck, and you've got something very special.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say really quick, because you know, I only speak because when I get really excited, so I'm really excited. There's a lot happening here. I'm going to say Drake, Nicki Minaj. You're actually singing and rapping. You know, you got a great voice actually, and don't be afraid to sing. You know, and to maybe even get some training in it, or whatever that means to you, by the way, not in an obvious way. But there's something about someone who can sing and rap. That's where we are right now.
Vince?
If music education is really taking a hit across the states, I submit to you that the kids are going to find another way of expression. They will get that expression out. If that means they're going to sample, that means they're going to grab tracks, they're going to say what they want to say. And so I'm hearing that. You're going to say what you want to say. The second you walk out onto stage, you know exactly where your thumb is going to be. Is it in your left pocket? Was that intentional? Did you think about that before you came out? These are just little notes that add up to a composition.
Great feedback, judges. Let's give Aaron one more round of applause. Aaron, thanks so much. Great performance.
The Sphinx Stars Detroit competition is just warming up. Let's take a look back at all the performances we saw tonight.
So what am I supposed to expect from you?
See, this music has gone corrupted, and I've had my share. I would say anything that people wanted to hear.
And on next week's episode, tune in next week for more Detroit Performs presents Sphinx Stars Detroit. Until then, I'm your host, DJ Oliver, reminding you to get out there and show the world how Detroit performs, y'all. Thanks for watching, guys.
Funding for Detroit Performs is provided by the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs, MGM Grand Detroit, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.